Hi all, this is Sia Naz and welcome to episode 94 of the Diary of Sia Naz. So this week I've got a bit of an unusual look going on. I've got sort of like a very disco-y, very disco-y type of makeup on, but the background is very grungy. So I don't know, let's just go with it. I don't question it. So this week, lots of bits and pieces happening, lots of odds and ends. So the week started on the 26th of October, and on Monday, so as I'm looking down, I'm looking at my fluffy unicorn diary. And on Monday, as always, I edited, uploaded, and promoted the podcast. I also had a very lengthy counselling session on Monday. Geez, it went for like 2 hours. It's on the phone, so very handy because I'm really needed close to home. So yeah, I didn't. It's handy because you don't have to spend time going there, waiting, having your appointment, and then coming back. So I'll see how it goes when everything sort of goes back to normal. But the lady that I'm talking to is incredibly good, and she's really getting into the nooks and crannies that no one ever has. And I've had a lot of counsellors help me over the years, but she's on another level. She's really getting into the nitty-gritty that I've never wanted to tell anyone before. I just find her very trusting, and I'm just really easily opening up to her. So, it's a good sign, especially now when I really need someone there. It's all the madness going on around. So she's been really helpful. I need a few days to recover after I talk to her. I don't know if you guys feel like that when you have someone, but yeah, she just really gets it out of me. So on Monday, us being Greek, it was my dad's name day, so lots of people calling, and a lot more people than usual. I think everyone's just lonely at home. They're just calling for a conversation. So we had the builders at home fixing the outside of our house, but that's been a bit of a problem towards the end of the week, but I'll let you know about that. So that was on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I edited the video podcast and I made the beat video for last week's beat, which was cookies, and that was really fun. I found a fun picture. I couldn't find anything where I'm smiling and it's sort of like funky. I'm always got that very serious look on my face, but it was a really fun one. I think it was from a Snapchat filter. Got fluffy earrings and heart-shaped glasses, so that was fun. It's really cool to have fun filters like that because I don't have anything like that at home, and it's just fun to play with them. And I keep the pictures because you never know when you're going to use it, so I just go with it. So that was on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, the podcast went up. I got some help from Logitech, so for my webcam. So today it's looking good. There's doesn't seem to be much latency. There is a little bit. So basically my voice is a bit slower than when my mouth is moving. So still an issue, but not as major as last week. And there's no more like lines going down the screen. So that's really good. So I've had so many issues since the software upgraded to the latest version. So yeah, but I thought I wanna try and go with it because I don't want to go back to the old version, even though it's a million times better. But I know I just want to kind of stick with the new one and see it through. And that took a while, so at least sort of figured it out. I'm kind of looking at the screen, but yeah. And then it didn't like being criticized, so I just cut out, but it's come back again. So that's a nuisance. So I got back to the manufacturers regarding my invention and to manufacturers in Thailand to figure out the next stages and how much it's going to cost. So I need to find out how much the prototype is going to cost. And then I want to figure out how much the manufacturer is going to cost. And I also need to find out how long it's going to take for them to send me orders because I don't want to be waiting too long. Because for me, I want to think the most positive, and the most positive is that it's going to sell out really quick. And if it sells out really quick, I want to be able to restock really quick. So I don't want to be waiting 45 days or, however long. I want to be able to restock really quickly. So that's what I'm worried about at the start, but I guess it's a good worry. Yeah, the workmen on the house. I haven't been. When you have workmen on the house, make sure you keep an eye on what they're doing every day, because I haven't been doing that, and with my family, we haven't really spoken about um, the work, and I'm not sure like what's a good job and what's not. No, that sounds a bit silly, but I thought maybe my standards are too high. And but now it's been the weekend and we've had a chance to have a look, and they've started painting without doing an undercoat, and they haven't sanded the weatherboards properly, and there's still marks there. So we're paying a lot of money, so we want them to sand it back, fill it, undercoat and paint, but they've just filled a little bits. I don't know what they've chosen, bits, and then they've painted, and they didn't even show us. So they've matched the paint to the front of the house, but they didn't show us, and they painted the house. And then he goes, oh, and I think, did I go outside? I went outside to have a look, and I'm like, oh, this is the undercoat. He's like, no, this is the paint. They painted our house, and they didn't show us the color before they did it. And I'm like, what the hell? It looked good, but it needs work. So they've tried to rush it because they don't come every day. And when they come, sometimes they only do half days. And I'm sure they're rushing off to other jobs. And yeah, they don't say anything to us. They just leave. So it's been like some things they've done is really good, but other things is not good at all. So when they come on Monday, I'm going to have to talk to them. So confrontation, I get really angry. So, but, nobody wants, we want them to finish it and do it properly. So, and on Monday we'll see what happens. I'm a bit scared, but it's got to be done. So uncomfortable situations, I guess they help you grow. On Wednesday, I also watched Justice League, and I absolutely love Justice League. My favorite part is Wonder Woman, and I thought she was absolutely awesome. Gal Gadot does a wonderful job, and just wanted to see more of her. I wanted to see more of that girl power. I thought it was fantastic. She was the best part of the whole movie, and of course, Superman, when they bring him back. I don't understand how you can kill Superman. That's ridiculous. So I never liked that. And even with Thor, how he got fat, I'm sorry, that's just not acceptable. They're superheroes. They're not supposed to go like that. And you can't kill Superman. So for me, that just is unacceptable. But it was wonderful to see him back and just his lovely charm. And that scene in the fields is really nice with his partner. I can't remember what her name is. I should know better, but I can't remember what her name is. But just the lovely Amy something. But just the lovely fields and the pink sky, and that's all like Photoshop. That's all green screen. I can see that a mile away, especially when I work with photoshopping and filters and screens and that. You can tell that a mile away. It's lovely though. I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman at all, and I missed a few scenes, but there's one, I think it is in this movie, where Batman offers Wonder Woman alcohol, and I'm like, what the hell? I was really offended by that, and for that reason and a few others, I just don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I didn't like it, and I was really offended by that he offered her alcohol. Like, what the hell? I don't know. I just didn't like it. Maybe it's just me. So that was Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I started doing a few things with music. There's a guy called Andrew, I don't know how to say his surname, Huang, and he does some really cool Ableton tutorials. So I was watching a few of those. Some went over my head. Sometimes they think that they're showing you how to do something simply, but it's actually quite difficult. And but I watched a few and I found them helpful. So that was really good. I also fixed up a beat called Underground that I did. There was a lot of layers in there and it was really unnecessary. There's a lot of instruments and I just got rid of almost everything and it's just really a lovely beat now, and it's very simple, and I was thinking to write lyrics to it, so I just got to push myself a little bit more to work more on music, and yeah, try to go back there and write lyrics to that one. Because I find that when I make a beat, I've got to make, and I'm feeling like writing lyrics, it's best to try and do it as soon as I can, because then I forget that feeling and the lyrics that I wanted to write. It kind of comes with the beat. So when I hear it again later, I just kind of forget what I wanted to write. And sometimes I can come up with some really nice stories. So that's something I want to continue when I'm making beats. If I really feel like I want to write lyrics, to do it then and there or the next day. So that's another goal. Thursday, grocery shopping. Also watched a documentary on, very short ones, like 20 minutes on YouTube about mica, which I do regret. So mica is a mineral that is found in the earth, but the problem is that they use in makeup so that it makes it sparkly, like my blue eyeshadow. You can see that there's sparkle on there, there's shine. So mica is in there. If you look on the ingredients, it's in there. The problem with mica is they use child labor to extract it from the earth, which is appalling. And in particular, there's a place in India where they do that, and the documentary went there, and it's really sad. And I just didn't want to wear makeup after that, so we did watch it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so Sunday, a few days. I just felt like I just wanted to throw away all my makeup, but I did not do that. But yeah, so they say that there's companies that mine it properly, like with adults, but I didn't see anywhere that showed you how to find that out. I know that Lush, the health store that's got like the bath bombs and everything made handmade, like they're leading the charge on this, and really bringing this to the forefront. Like you can use mica, but it's got to be done, without child labor. So I think if you go on their website, you might be able to find something. So just keep an eye on that. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a list somewhere. I only watched the documentary, then I just felt really bad about it. The documentary is called The Dark Secret Behind Your Favorite Makeup Products. And the channel is called Refinery 29. So if you type that in, I'm sure that documentary will come up. Or you can do documentary about mica. But it's good to know about it, but how do you, I guess you have to research on the companies that don't use mica that's been mined by children. So maybe just keep an eye on that. It's really sad. I didn't know about that. I'm sure there's lots more that we don't know. Just like I don't want to know anymore. Like that's pretty bad, but I'm sure there's other things just as bad. So that was Thursday, and then on Friday, for the first time in 3 months, I actually went to a store and bought stuff, and I went to Bunnings, which was so good. On Friday, I also went and visited my sister who lives about 15 k's away. She lives near the beach. It was nice to drive outside of 5k. It was just wonderful, and I just felt like, am I going to get in trouble? Am I doing something wrong? It was really nice to drive further than 5k. It was just wonderful. And then just to see my nephew and my brother-in-law. He's really quiet sort of person, so that was nice. I also got my Christmas background, so on the last episode, I'm going to put up a Christmas background. It's a bit dark, but the tree is really big and glittering. It's got like a fireplace, but I couldn't find anything else that was summery. It was too happy, and I didn't want too happy. It was like very white, and we're in Australia, it's not white, but yeah, I just like the tree on this one. It's really big and glittery, but it's a bit fuzzy, the background, and a little bit dark, but it'll do for this year. And also on Friday, I got the makeup that I'm wearing. I got this on Friday. And the makeup is by a brand called Playing in Makeup by Yolanda, and it's a black-owned beauty brand. And what I got, I didn't use this one, but Nanny Rose Gold is this sparkling sort of face powder. And on Thursday when I got saw the documentary, then Friday I got the makeup and I was just looking at it, trying to find where if they had mica in it. That does have mica in it. Like almost everything's got mica in it, but it's just a matter of doing a whole lot more research to find out which ones are the sustainable companies that mine it properly. So the other thing I got was a contour palette. And the thing I find with black-owned beauty brands is they cater for everyone. And so this one is called the Mixed Race Contour Palette, and it's got colours for every skin tone. So look at that. It goes from light to really dark. I use this one today, the lighter one. And the first ingredient on the box is mica. Can you see the first ingredient? It's mica. So I don't know. So that's mica. Let's chuck it over there. The second palette that I got from them is the Bloom blush palette, and once again, first ingredient is mica. It's a bit blurry, but you can see that it says mica. And on this one, it's got lots of lovely blush colors. And look at that, it looks like a normal eyeshadow palette. So it's got like a yellow blush and a really rich orange and deep purple. So this one is actually a pink. Oh no, this one, that's pink. It looks a bit purple, but it's pink, and that's the pink that I'm wearing. I love the yellow. That's an interesting blush color. There's that one. I really love these palettes because it's got the lovely flowers on them, and Yolonda's Bloom Lush palette. So it's got the flower on there, and then it's got powder on top of the flower. Let's put that one back. And the last thing I got was this really big palette, and it's called Jamrock Coloured Wasikana Pastel Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know how to pronounce that. So this is a really big palette. I prefer smaller palettes so they fit in my drawer because that's where everything goes. And this palette is a really big palette, and I like the pastel colours. And on this one, as you can see, there are a lot of pastel colours. But what I used was this colour here today. Tiara is the blue. And then Abigail is a gold that I used above, like in this section. And then Shanice is the one I've used like right at the top, just a little bit of colour, just a little bit of shine. So that one's lovely, nice summer colours. And of course on the back of that one, did I show you? That one, the first ingredient again is mica. So just something to be aware of, which I am now very aware. So that was Friday. And then on Saturday was Halloween. So Saturday I always vacuum. And on Saturday my sister visited for the first time in months and months and months. And no, she didn't visit on Saturday. She visited today, which is Sunday. Oh, no, that is on Sunday. Sorry, I've mixed them together. So Saturday was Halloween. I had some spider webs to put up, but I left it too late, and I thought I don't want to put them up on the day. So next year I'll put them up like a week earlier. But a lot more people this year around our neighbourhood have put them up. So it's looked really good. So I watched a Halloween movie, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It's a really scary movie. I wouldn't have kids watching that. Some of the characters' faces are really scary, and the scenes and the hollows, oh God, they're really, really scary. I wouldn't let kids watch that. And then I also watched Clouds. So Clouds is a movie that's on Disney Plus, so you got to stream it. And it's a true story about Zach Sobiech and his friend Sammy Brown. So the main story is about the guy Zach. He's had cancer from when he was a child, and he writes music. And with his friend, his childhood friend so they're both in their teens, like 16, 17, but they've known each other since they were toddlers. And they wrote a song together called Fix Me Up, and they called themselves A Firm Handshake, and they put it up on YouTube, and it went viral. And then his story came out about how he's got cancer. And I think by the stage that that song came out, he knew that he was terminal. So he was definitely going to die. And then record companies, or as the story says on Clouds, BMI signed them up for a songwriting contract, and they wrote a few songs, and then the next song they did was called Clouds. I think he wrote it all, and Clouds is the song that really made him famous. It was like a really big song in about 2013. I don't remember this song at all, but I think 2013 was not a good year for me. So it went under the radar. But in 2013, the song's called Clouds. I think it went to #1. It's been streamed over like 200 million times. And yeah, so the movie is about that. It's about how he had cancer, and then they put up the first song, went viral, then they put up and then they got famous, they got a contract, and then they put up the second song, and then he died shortly after. So that's really sad. I think that's really cruel. Like, but what I liked a lot was at the end when the friends all took a photo in the cloud. There was a cloud that was in the shape of a Z. And I thought it was just something in the movie that they put in there, but then they showed the actual photo, and there was an actual cloud in the sky in the shape of a Z, and I thought that was just perfect. Just lovely. And so today is Sunday, and today my sister visited after months and months and months, so my iPhone just shone bright. And that was really nice. Got to see my nephew, did some gardening, played. He loves blocks, so I play with blocks, and we make castles because he loves castles. And because he's got like dragons and stuff that he loves, dinosaurs, and they're all in the castle and all that stuff. And yeah, we just play. When the greenhouse, he helped with some planting and watering, and just ran around the house, and then played blocks, watched some little bit of telly. He loves Peppa Pig, as all kids do. And yeah, just chilled. And then we had dinner, and we had dinner with Schnitz. I think that's what the company is called, and they've got gluten-free crumb schnitzels and gluten-free wraps, and I get it from time to time, and they're really, really good. I find they're really light on my stomach, and yeah, really nice. So that was for dinner, and then I got ready for this, and here we are. So that is the week. So the beat of the week is called High. I struggled to find it because I forgot to mix and master it. So I've got to do that and then export it so that it's its own little file. So the beat is called High, and it's a mix of like, I don't know if it's West Coast or East Coast. It's very, it's not really laid back. So East Coast is more California. So I'd say it's more West Coast. It's a bit hard. And it's West Coast trap, a new genre, and there's a lot of horns in it, and there's a lot of high in it. I've got a sample in there, and it says high like every second. Maybe I've put too much high in there, but yeah, I might look at writing some lyrics to that, so that'll be cool. Yeah, so that is the beat of the week. So let me know what you think about it. Look after your mental health. It's so important. There's a lot of resources, a lot of money going into mental health. So speak to your GP, contact Lifeline or Beyond Blue. The details are on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, or they're down below in the description if you're listening through Anchor or your audio platforms. Yeah, share this podcast with your friends or someone you think would like to hear it or see it. Leave comments, subscribe, let me know how you're going. And the beat of the week is high. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know, and I will speak to you guys next week. Bye.